between end customers, and that's VPN, Virtual Private Network. These policies not only define the permission to communicate between intersite, but also help us define how the traffic flow from one side to other side should be. Should it be any to any side connectivity, or in other words, should it be fully meshed, or should it be partial meshed, or even hub and spoke topology? So normally the policies will be defined by customers and can either be implemented by service provider or by customer. It basically depends on what VPN model we use. For example, if it is a IPsec VPN model, the policies like what is the hashing algorithm, what is the encryption mode, what is the peering address, so these policies will be defined by customer and will be implemented by customer on customer box. Wherein there are other VPN models where the policy will be defined by customer but will be implemented by service provider, and MPLS VPN is one such model. So the sites which are allowed to communicate among themselves, if they belong to same organization or enterprise, it can be thought as intranet VPN, and if they belong to different organization, it can be thought as extranet VPN. Even the VPN service customers can even span multiple service providers. There is no special requirement that all these sites should be connected to one common service provider. For example, assume service provider A is providing VPN service to customer A, and some of the branch sites of VPN A are in some branch remote location where it cannot be directly connected to service provider A POP but can be connected to service provider B POP. By having some business agreement between service provider A and service provider B, the VPN service can be provided seamlessly to all the sites of VPN customer, and this is inter-AS VPN service. So the VPN service can either be at layer 2 or layer 3. If it is a layer 2 VPN, the service provider devices doesn't get involved in routing. The routing relationship will be between customer sites. Best example would be frame relay or ATM, where virtual circuit will be pre-established between endpoints of customer side over which the data traffic will be flowing. And if it is a layer 3 VPN, the service provider devices get involved in routing and are responsible for advertising the routing information from one side of a customer to other side of same customer. It got its own pros and cons. With layer 2 VPN, because the service provider devices doesn't get involved in routing, the amount of memory and the CPU processing cycle that is required to process all the routing information from all different customers are now saved. But the downside is that being layer 2 VPN, QoS is very hard to implement, as packet classification is nearly impossible at layer 2 level. And with layer 3 VPN, now, we don't need any pre-established virtual circuit between the end devices to have the data traffic flowing over. Rather,